The first thing is you must always wear your seat belt over your pelvis, never over your stomach. That's because if you put it over your stomach in case of an accident, pressure of a stomach will cause internal injury, and it's really dangerous. The way you put it on your pelvis, you feel on your body you have a bone on each side here. This is the upper pelvis. It just feels like a bone inside, and the belt must go over that bone. So my bone is right here for me on this side, and the belt, it's really against the pelvis bone. It's very, very important also for the children to make sure they wear the seatbelt properly. And also a small note, never wear the children's seatbelt over with the lower lap. Always put the diagonal lap as well. Only the lower lap, even over the pelvis, will possibly cause injury to the abdominal portion of the body. Most of us, including myself, we are used to drive like this, keep the steering wheel this way. Now, I did study, among other things, radio diagnostics, and we do check the X-ray of broken thumbnail. What happens if you have a high impact with your car? Usually your reflex would be to grab the steering at that very moment. And what happens is, because your body usually will just hang against the steering wheel, you will have this kind of situation. The hand will rotate and the thumbnail will flip back, will be just forced back. These joints are really made with tiny bones. It's a very complex articulation here. It's a very complex joint. From what I've learned, it's very difficult to put correctly back in place, and you are left with long-term pain. Not exactly interesting. So one of the things you may want to try, I try myself, but I know I'm not saying I always manage to, is to drive this way rather than this way. If you keep your hand higher up, try to keep it like this. It's not always easy to get used to this, but in the long term it may help you one day, who knows. The last thing may be a little bit less important, but it's good to worry about it. If you have a side crash and your window is open like this, and you just body goes to your one side and maybe just kick your hand into the window real hard, now you surely have side curtains into the seat as well. Those deploy like this, but you never know, right? In the case of a crash, you never know how your body moves. So it's good perhaps to keep your windows either lower or perhaps just a little bit higher. I give you people a small bonus, and this time it's going to be about your passenger. In a moment I'm going to show you a picture. It's not always easy to argue with her, but you can tell her something like this. If you really dream, participate at Dancing with the Stars, you may want to think twice about keeping your legs this way.